Let's test out this Archive Fragrance Discovery set. So I couldn't believe like what a bargain this was, because you get four 10 ml bottles. They're little spray bottles. They're super cute. I think these, obviously, like it says, they're designed for skin and hair, because I think Archive is a hair care brand. You can just about see it's all very subtle, but it comes in this lovely box, and as you can see, it's got the notes on here, which is going to come in very, very handy. So let's take these out. You can see here, really, really cute little set. So I'm going to take these out and we can talk about them one by one. But yeah, a really nice value, really cute set. Really good if you're going on a little holiday or something for these. So let's take them all out. So let's go through these little guys. Let's start at the beginning. And we have a tiny cute little bottle, and it's called Decorated Woods Eau de Parfum. It's got all this information on it. It's really, really nice, lovely. In fact, while I'm at it, let's just have a quick check. So it doesn't look like these are, oh no, there you go, vegan. They are vegan, and they're cruelty free, and it's recycled. So this is all looking very, very good. So in Decorated Woods, I already kind of knew that this one wasn't going to be for me, because it's just not my kind of scent, generally speaking. But it is actually really impressive. So the head notes here: ginger and bergamot. The heart notes: jasmine, palo santo, saffron and sandalwood. The ground notes, as they call them: amber, musk, vanilla, cedarwood, frankincense, patchouli, vetiver, labdamen and moss. So the bottles have these little smiley faces on. They're really cute. Let's put that to one side for now. I'm just going to show you. They've got really nice little sprayers. They're lovely little bottles, these. They're really cute. So this guy, it's very nice. It's just a little bit too masculine for me, basically. I know that this would be considered a unisex scent, but this leans too much into kind of classic male perfumery for me. It's woody and smoky. I'm definitely getting that Palo Santo for sure. I'm getting the moss and the vetiver and the labdanum and the patchouli and the frankincense and the cedarwood. I'm getting all of these things. It's really coming through. It kind of smells like a forest on fire, but there's a sweetness there as well coming from that vanilla. I think if you like green, foresty and incensey scents, you would absolutely love this. It's not that I don't like it, I just wouldn't wear it. Like, it's just not my kind of vibe, but I do think it's very beautiful at the same time. Yeah, it's got a real smokiness, a real woody smokiness. It's very interesting. Yeah, that's quite a fascinating perfume. I wouldn't really have expected anything quite so interesting from this very affordable collection, but I do think that's very interesting. And I'm not entirely sure what I would compare that to. I might look it up on Fragrantica to see what people are saying. Well, there's no comparisons to this. I mean, offhand, what I'm thinking of is the Waking Woods of Scandinavia from the 4711 line, the Aqua Colonia Intense line. That's the feel this is giving me. It's that kind of in that neck of the woods. I could almost say this is like a sheerer, much more masculine, not as sweet and syrupy version of something like Stash by Sarah Jessica Parker. Now, I love Stash, but this is kind of, again, like lighter, a little bit more classic cologne-y smelling to me than Stash. But it's definitely, I'd say, in that neck of the woods. So if you like that kind of thing, this is actually a really nice one. Next up, we have this guy. This is No One Elsie. Again, lovely, lovely, lovely bottle. Really cute. This I was really interested in. Probably what pushed me to actually get these perfumes, because I'm always interested in perfumes that have a tomato leaf note. So No One Elsie is rhubarb and tomato leaf in the top, red currant and honeysuckle in the mid, ground notes of vetiver and incense. Another incense perfume. This is definitely green, and the rhubarb is really strong. It's not too screechy, but it does really smell like rhubarb. And it still has that tartness you get with rhubarb without it being horrifically sour, but it isn't properly sweetened at the same time. When I say properly, it isn't like strongly sweetened. If you want to smell like you're in a greenhouse, if what you love is that slightly vegetal, fresh green leaf smell that you get in kind of gardens where you're growing fruit and veg, if that's like evocative to you, because it's also like a very summery kind of smell, then I think you'd really like this. It reminds me a tiny bit of Miller Harris Lost in the City, which is a perfume that also has rhubarb in it, but this one's obviously far more affordable. Yeah, I feel like this one to me, again, is leaning a little bit more masculine than feminine. So, I mean, although it's quite unisex, it's not one that I would love to wear because I think I would want a little bit more of a sweetness here. But I do think, again, if you want an experience of a real feel, of like taking you away somewhere, this one smells like a forest on fire, and this one smells like you're in literally a greenhouse growing rhubarbs and tomatoes. So they're both really interesting perfumes. So next up we have got Future Bloom, another very pretty kind of nude bottle. Lovely. So, Future Bloom. Future Bloom, we're getting into something that feels much, much more feminine. So the notes in Future Bloom are mandarin and currant buds and rhubarb in the top, heart notes of iris, lily of the valley and jasmine, ground notes of tea rose, vanilla and white musk. I think you're getting a really bright floral and a very natural smelling tea rose when you first spray this, despite it being in the base notes. But on me, and on paper, you start to really get the vanilla coming through and the white musk coming through, and then you get the lily of the valley and jasmine a little bit stronger than the rose, I'd say, or at least they're all coming together. And you get a slight powderiness from the iris, but the vanilla here, as opposed to these two. The vanilla here is a little bit too sweet for me for these florals. That's personal. If you like things like Misty Oil though, you'd love this. So if I look this up on Fragrantica to see if anything's been compared to this one. There's a Jill Sanders Softly Eau Petals, I think it's called. I did have that perfume. That one kind of smells a bit like a body lotion. It is very pretty, but it's like rose and cherry blossom. I think this one has quite a different feel. This one is giving me Misty Oil, the 2021. I'm just going to put that in now as reminding me a bit of this. It's in that kind of neck of the woods. It's giving me that same feeling, and I have the same problem with that one, is that you've got this kind of fruitiness in the top, you've got these florals in the mid, and then you have like quite an obvious vanilla coming through. And I love how Misty Oil 2021 smells on other people. I just don't like wearing it myself. It doesn't feel like me, and I feel the same about this. But if you like those kind of perfumes, you'd really enjoy this. It would be a perfect holiday, like spring summer perfume as well. So again, I think it's really pretty. I just don't think it's quite as interesting as these two, but it's probably the most feminine pretty. Okay, so then we just have this guy. This is called A Kind of Floral in this cool blue bottle. When I saw this bottle, I was just assuming it was going to have some kind of aquatic, maybe like a tea perfume or something. But actually, I think this is quite a creamy and buttery floral. So in this one, we have pink pepper, white peach, and lemon winter in the top. I don't know what lemon winter is. Heart notes of orris, jasmine, tuberose, orange flower, and cashmere fusion. Again, I don't know what that is. Ground notes of vanilla, musk, labdanum, and sandalwood. You're getting a bit of vanilla, you're getting a bit of musk, but for me, this is jasmine and tuberose in the main, and then like a slight creamy, almost body lotiony feel from that orange flower. I'm not mad for the labdanum in this one, but I think the labdanum takes this into a more unisex realm than otherwise this kind of lotiony, buttery floral would be. let's have a look at what this one is on Fragrantica, just to see if there's any comparisons here that might help, because it's kind of interesting. It is a bit earthy. Let's see. I mean, I've smelled a lot of perfumes that have this kind of buttery floral, but I can't put my finger on anything that's like super specifically smelling like this, because this isn't as sweet as I normally find those kind of perfumes. But yeah, again, if you like beachy florals, buttery florals, creamy florals, if you like creamy tuberose, you know, this isn't like Rouge Malachite levels, and it's much more kind of woody than that. The kind of slightly smoky smell you're getting from that labdanum turns this into a much more unisex thing than I think Rouge Malachite smells. I think that smells a little bit more feminine to me. But yeah, so that is the Arkive collection of perfumes, and I think they are really cute. I think that's a really fun discovery set to like play around with. So you've got Decorated Woods, No One Elsie, Future Bloom, and A Kind of Floral. I think they're all really cute. They're not necessarily my favourite kind of scent profiles, but they're interesting perfumes actually, and I really think they're worth a look if you like any of the kind of perfumes I described.